Malema supports them to go to court on the budget. He doesn't even tactically retreat from that. And then he's duping South Africans that, no, he's anti-DA, and then they must leave, and then this and that. We are not kids. Maybe they're in EFF where they meet. They can dupe each other there. Not Tina. DA says they don't want MK and EFF. When the opportunity comes, they vote together. They didn't abstain because these ones are in. They left the GNU and went to join MK Party and EFF to vote against the budget. Where is business in that? I see the letter the business have written to John and our president have responded to that. I think business has been erratic because business believes that they are savior and everybody and the most important person is the DA. It's incorrect. The ANC is not anti-business. We have issues with business. Our strategy and tactics is very clear. Our relationship with business is unity and struggle of the opposite. What does that mean? It means there are things we agree on to move the country forward. There are things we don't. We are not a socialist party. Neither are we a capitalist party. We're advancing mixed economy. Study the ANC properly to understand. That's why people have failed, even the group of 8, because they wanted to transform the ANC and make it a socialist party, and we expelled them. This notion that the ANC must change overnight and become a socialist party, it's incorrect. It's a reductionist, it's a distortion of the African National Congress. We are in this soup of GNU because we did not win the elections. We invited everybody, and those ones who are making noise every day, they said they are not going to come in, the GNU. And they used the reason as DA. Okay, you don't like the DA? We go there in Parliament and vote. Who do they vote with? And you interview them every day, but you don't ask them this question. I don't know why, but you don't ask them. Why do you work with DA to stop the budget? When Julius and his party worked with the DA here in Johannesburg and voted for them to govern Johannesburg, including working with Mashaba as a DA leader here in Johannesburg, even in Pretoria. We went to them with a cap in their hand, and then we said to them, let's work together. They refused. They must know we will never beg them for anything this time around. They come in the GNU, they can make many pronouncements. We will never beg them for anything. EFF and that Umkhonto is a Zuma party. We'll never beg them for anything. The same as we'll never beg the DA. We're not beholden to them. They have chosen to participate, and they have created their own chaos. We are still standing. You know, when Zuma decided to appoint a minister over a weekend, this country's economy collapsed to rubble, and he had to go and fetch Pravin Gordhan. Do you want us to do that for South Africa? For whose benefit? Collapse the economy, everything becomes chaos in this country. We're not beholden to the DA. DA can walk even tonight if they want to walk. Let them walk. Let them walk. This GNU will not collapse. With us at the helm, it will not collapse. We'll continue with the GNU, with all political parties that are involved. If others want to come in, they will come. We'll move on. All what I'm explaining to you is that we managed to pass the budget framework without the DA. And we can still proceed with the division of revenue without them. We're going to reach a consensus on the budget in terms of negotiations. I'm hopeful about that. that in terms of our negotiations, we'll reach a consensus with political parties. We are not beholden to them. We'll pass through without them. They too have got a choice to become backbenchers and become anything. We don't have that choice. With our 40% majority, when we decide that we are moving, there will have to be another election in this country. We can't. We'll become the biggest opposition. We've got the largest majority, not majority, numbers in Parliament to continue to govern this country. Unfortunately, DA does not have that. If they had that, with Malema and them, they will be doing their own dance for this country, and we'll respect them. Julius, so that this is the will of the people. These people are governing us. Malema is president, John is deputy. John is president, Malema is deputy. You see, these people fantasize about being in union building. That thing, you work through it by winning votes. Cyril, as a president of South Africa, is not there because DA made us a favor. He is there because ANC emerged as a majority party. And they duly voted for him when we went to Parliament, and all other political parties, except for MK Party and the EFF. All political parties voted for the president to be president. And then that is it. We have seen this submission made by a senator or a Republican person in the capital on the bill to sanction South Africa and in particular ANC leaders. The ANC will pronounce with regard to that. Obviously, we are not in favor of that. There's no basis whatsoever to sanction ANC leaders on the basis of what I've read in that bill. I think that is fishing and creating a false basis for sanctioning individuals. So it's a question of being punitive, using the reasons that have been advanced in that particular bill. But the ANC will respond to that, and the ANC will also like to engage with Americans at the highest level about what is happening in our country, and to also understand them where they come from on these issues. We think that yesterday the NWC have agreed that we need to engage with American leadership on the false narratives that have been peddled against our country. As an organization, in our own right, we need to engage, and we will do so, starting with the embassy and the ambassador and everyone else around here. We did the same with Lady R. We engaged with Brigade, ambassador of America. He was here at Luthuli House. You saw it. We will do the same even now about these issues that have been raised. And we are doing that for South Africa's benefit, so that this great country of ours does not face punitive measures. And we did nothing. We folded our arms. We did nothing. We will do so up until at the end, where even sanctions are imposed on us and everyone else in our country and against our country, because these punitive measures will be dire in terms of South Africa's American